Hey guys. Hey Scott, Tara. Hey Mark. Um, this is just a test. I'd like to do audio test and all that sort of stuff. I've got my second monitor set up and stuff, which is really nice. About done, but we got here. I'm wondering if anyone can hear me. Maybe coming down a bit. Yeah, we can do that. That's easy. I've sort of just got out of the shower after a pretty big weekend. I got some of the dirt off. Maybe. What's that? Oh, we'll get that tomorrow. Good. That's excellent. Probably be good to have some sort of familiarity. James is up already. This is a pretty early live stream. Need some lighting. Yeah, that's okay. Hey, David. G'day. Yeah, I've got lights. They're packed away somewhere. It's going to be a bit of a problem. There's about 15 boxes down there, mostly with books in them, but a couple of them have got things like lights in them. I've got no idea where my light is off this desk. None at all. Sorry. There's a light off the lathe I could probably use, but I've also got absolutely no idea where the base for it is. We'll find something. I'll find something tonight. I ended up doing 2 trips to Brisbane this weekend in return. So I've done 1,400 kilometres since Friday night, which is why I haven't been online anywhere. Basically just driving around and loading up the van and driving back. It's kind of very nice to have the back of it broken. I've still got one more weekend, I think, and that's done with the moving bit. Next time I come to Brisbane, I can do actual things that I enjoy. Excuse me. It's only up at 6, 10 to 7. Is that right? No, it's 10 to 8. Yeah. So let's have a look at this. I don't know. It's not what I wanted. It's also not what I wanted. see if we can make this computer actually update. Might have to change the time zone. Okay, we fixed that. So we've got the daylight saving time adjusted. Okay, it's later than I thought. It's nearly bedtime. I've been up since like 4 a.m. I didn't leave home till about 10 to 6 in Brisbane, and I got back down here at about way too late, actually. Every time I make the trip, it's a little bit further, it feels like, and the mobile telephone reception is a little bit worse. But anyway, that's where we're at with that. What's everyone else up to? I've got microphones packed away somewhere too, and I should get them out and try them. If I get my boom microphone out while you're all here, you can tell me exactly how much better or worse it is than this. Oh. 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 My very good microphone's packed away in a box. I don't know where that is. Scott and Terry's just sitting at the computer. That's fair enough. I'm sort of in exactly the same spot. I have been doing stuff tonight. Honestly, yeah, we've been doing stuff tonight. Fridge was here for a bit, Dan was here for a bit. We actually spent quite a lot of time tidying up, putting stuff away. You gave me a hand with that because I've moved a lot of stuff in and I really haven't had time to do that. This bracket's a bit crap. You can't hear me at all. So I'll repeat all that I just said. I forgot. I actually took that off. I'm just sitting here at the computer too. I have spent a considerable amount of the day actually doing stuff. I got here about, I don't know, 1 o'clock, something like that. 12:30, which made for a much longer day, but there's a day of daylight saving in that. It's actually 8 o'clock here. So I feel like probably 5 hours is still way too long to make this trip. And I'll be glad when I don't have to make it every weekend. To be honest. Yeah, interesting. I don't have a cable for this microphone now. We got it set up. No cable. Yep, left the cable in Queensland in the box. So that's not going to work. I do have one that I do have a cable for, but it's in a box down there. And I'm not really feeling like going and getting it. So this is not going to be much use. Mark's editing a video. That's awesome. It's much stronger sort of a achievement than what I've done. I've sanded back the table for my lathe. And I need some terps or something to clean it up before I paint it. But I'd like to get some varnish on it tomorrow. Yeah, no idea where the cable went for this. Except that it's probably, my guess, this would probably be really good. But my guess is that it's probably in a box of cables back in Queensland, which I've still got to get next weekend. So that wasn't going to happen. Righto. Terry graduated. Hope she did great. That's awesome. Gee whiz. So we've got 5 people watching. We've got David Ian Sykes. Thanks for joining in from the UK. And we've got James P, James Bergens is probably half asleep. He's probably getting coffee. We've got Scott and Tara, but that's really only one person. And we've got Mark and someone else. Anyway, that's all right. I'm going to have a live stream tomorrow night if I get home in time. That's where we're at. That'll be an On-Shape live stream. And that's why I've sort of got this set up. I've got a second screen and all that stuff, which is really good. And I've got some progress on some jobs, which is nice. But yeah, I look like the Fright Freak. Didn't have a shower today till about 5 o'clock because I left before anyone was awake at home, and there was nothing left in my bedroom. That's empty. I just slept on a mattress on the carpet and tossed my mattress in the back of the van on top of everything and brought it through. It was a big load yesterday. Packed up all my magazines and books. I've got bookcases here everywhere. It's very early for a teenager. I've got bookcases lined up here, which will be part of the library downstairs. And I've got, 4 by 16 boxes, something like that, of books and other things. My little truck arrived in one piece, which is very nice. From Queensland, I was a bit suspicious it might not. Sorry guys, I just realised that I had a shower and it's been a hot afternoon. So there's a pretty reasonable chance that if I don't brush this hair tonight, it gets full of sawdust tomorrow. It's not going to happen. I'd rather not get it too wet in the morning. Anyway, what else? Oh, yeah, I've got the base for the Lorch lathe, the timber base all stripped down and sanded back. Trip into Bunnings tomorrow to get some terps and some other things, I think. And here's another thing. My screen's on the opposite side. That's going to be interesting. I'm trying to scroll off the screen. And actually the other way. Let's have a look here. Sorry, guys. Take care, Scott. I've got a mouse. See if we can fix this. Okay, we fixed that. That's another thing that needed doing. The screens are now the right way round, which is very good. 3D printers all set up. I'd like to get my lathe up and running at some point. There's bits of it everywhere, like literally everywhere. I've got like the tables there, and then the new guards there, and the bench tops there in bits, and the lathe beds there, and the chip trays there, and the backboards there, and the overheads there, and the electrics are all there. I've just got to put them all together. And I would like to get the bench cleaned up and sanded and a coat of varnish on it, on the timber. And then probably modify the back piece and the new guard so they all fit together, and get the guard cleaned up and a coat of paint on that, and the edges all polished and some filler in it and so forth, so it looks good. And then I might, or I might not, strip back the overhead and give that a coat of paint. And then the lathe bed needs stripping, and the headstock needs stripping, and a coat of paint, and the tailstock as well. And then we can put it all together with the electrics, and we'll have something pretty good, I hope. So that's the game plan, really. This week, next week, we should have it sort of sorted out a bit. Gonna, while I'm here, things we're not going to do in live stream probably. What I'm going to find. Probably. Look at this. No, that's not going to work. Give me a second. Give me a second. This is probably worth it, I think. Oh, that's not what I want anyway. Hang on. Email from Leanne Burbridge. That's not what we're going to have a look at. We've gone through and deleted a whole lot of oh crap. It's a phone call I was going to make. It's a bit late now. Just realised that. What have we done here? Here we go. This actually works, so that's pretty cool. Here we go. You're not going to see this everywhere. Hey, Peter. This is my article in Old Glory magazine this next coming month, November 2025. Leading article, I think, is page 8, 9. Hang on. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 5 pages, pretty good effort. So I think you've all sort of seen it. But there you go. If you see Old Glory magazine this coming month, grab it because article from me about my steamroller, our crew. So that's the thing. What else? Don't know if there's much else to sort of say. There's stuff for tomorrow because I've been working on stuff. And there's stuff for Wednesday because I've been working on stuff. But this was really just a test to see if we were working. I was going to set up this microphone, but I don't have the cable. Cable's been put away somewhere. Cable could be anywhere. I'm suspicious I know where it is. It's in a box of cables, still in Queensland. I might see if I can find my other desktop mic, which I've got a good one that's in a box down there. But if it is, if it doesn't work, I'll continue with this, which probably isn't terrible anyway. So there we go. Anyway, sorry, I was just reading that again. Anyway, here we go. So there we go. That's about all I was going to do, is a bit of an update. I'm probably going to go to bed now because I'm stuffed. I could go and have a dig around in some boxes and actually find some things I need for tomorrow night, but I'm probably not going to. I do have to, before stream tomorrow night, which is Onshape stream, which is the CAD stream, have a look at some CAD projects, things that we're doing. I have to go. Fridge left his trailer here. Dan left his trailer here tonight. I've got to come home from work and hook that on. And I've got to go into Grafton to look at some shelving. Probably pick that up and come back with it. I don't know what time we'll be back, but I'm hoping that it'll be not too late. That'll be 4, 5, 6, 6:30, something like that. We should be back, I think, at this point. Anyway, I'm going to go. Thanks, guys, for joining in. Appreciate it. There's not very much to share, really. I've got my computer gear set up again, which is really nice. Everything's going and working. I'm going to leave my computer upstairs here in the shed. I'm up on the mezzanine. And we should be able to stream from here, I think, tomorrow night. And if I've got to do any online or so forth and so on stuff, I will probably do it from here. I do have to go on the Bunnings site. I can do that from my mobile phone in the car, though. I should be back all right, Peter. That shouldn't be a problem. It's just that it doesn't seem to take very much to get volunteered to do other actual jobs. So I'll try and get that sorted. But it looks like we've got everything working, so we can get back into that and sort of make it all work. I've got actual mouse. I've got an actual proper screen up there. I've got an actual proper sound. So speakers. So I've got no clicky sounds. I've got all that stuff. And we're about 4 meters from the transmission tower, so we shouldn't have too many problems. And we've got a March fly. That's nice. We always enjoy a March fly. Somewhere, crap, in one of those boxes, I've got some insect repellent. Wonder where on earth that is. That's not looking helpful. Anyway, we'll try. Anyway, I'm out. Thanks, guys, and thanks for checking in, but this was really only a test. Thanks, guys. I'm out.